Many people are confused and unsure if they should receive the COVID-19 vaccine. People all around the world, including my fellow Belizeans, are unsure about the effects that this COVID-19 vaccine can have on them. If you were wondering, the vaccine is indeed safe, and even though it was manipulated earlier than other vaccines, it was carefully tested. If you would think about it, why would most governments authorize the issuance of the vaccine if it was not safe? My job here today is to explain to you why you should take the COVID-19 vaccine. Receiving the COVID-19 vaccine is a powerful step in your life to stop the spread of this coronavirus because it works directly with your immune system and protects the people around you. It is important to know that your immune system is very fragile, and in times like these, the coronavirus vaccine is very effective. The immune system is a complex network of cells and proteins that fight and protect the body from infections. The way it works in our bodies is that it keeps a record of every germ it has defeated and prepares the body so it can recognize it and destroy it faster if the germ was to enter again. The coronavirus vaccine will help you by creating an antibody response, and therefore you will barely or don't even experience any type of sickness. On the other hand, the vaccine carries a small portion of the coronavirus in it, and since the vaccine does not carry the complete virus, it is not infectious. Many people that have an immune system defect will be less effective, but they will still be safe and not get COVID-19. According to Centers for Disease Prevention and Control, our DNA is not affected by the vaccine. According to the University of Kent, if a person receives the coronavirus, they will develop a natural immunity towards it, meaning that their immune system will try as best as possible to fight off the virus. If you think about it, and since the virus is still new, we do not know how long our natural protection will last, and therefore it is wise to get the vaccine because it will cause a more effective protection, and vaccines are very effective and will protect 9 out of 10 people. Getting vaccinated will far outweigh the risk of relying on your own natural immune system on its own. This coronavirus pandemic teaches us that we must protect the people around us, especially elders and sickly persons. This is done by getting the vaccine. My father, Dr. Alain Gonzalez, was working in the COVID-19 unit at KHMH. All the employees were to do a minimum of 2 weeks shifts, and when it was my father's turn, he had to isolate himself from all of us. In all, he was isolated from us for an entire month. It takes 14 days to know if you really have the coronavirus, so my father never took any chances with us. It was important to him to keep his family and friends safe because he knew how badly the virus can affect us. By God's grace, his test results came back negative and he was COVID-19 free. After you receive the vaccine, you may still be able to get the coronavirus, but you will not be able to spread the virus. The spreading of the virus from one person to another is inevitable, but after receiving the vaccine, you may save many other lives in knowing that you yourself is incapable of spreading it. Here is where your morality and conscience comes into play, in whether you want to save lives or not. The elderly community and the people that suffer from illnesses such as diabetes or HIV are the ones that are likely to get serious complications and can even die if they were to receive the coronavirus. We should all take into consideration the harm that we can put these people through if we do not get the vaccine. If you are unwilling to receive the vaccine, I encourage you to keep your distance from these people and to follow the protocols of sanitizing your hands. Due to this COVID-19 pandemic, it is indeed important to acquire the coronavirus vaccine because it helps your immune system to fight off the virus, and you can protect your family and friends as well. The boost of strength that is added to your immune system from the COVID-19 vaccine is very important because the coronavirus can possibly kill you. Remember that you can save many lives by receiving the vaccine, and as Honorable Michelle Chabat said, a vaccinated person brings us closer to stopping the pandemic against COVID-19. When your turn comes up, you should go take this coronavirus vaccine. Make the right choice. Get the COVID-19 vaccine.